Hey y'all, welcome back to the Southern Wife Life. I'm Nicole, and for today's video we are going to be making some different snack foods for the playoff football party that we're having today. But I really think these are really good snacks for like a New Year's Eve party or just anytime you need something super simple to throw together, put in a crock pot, and have for later. So I just thought I'd jump on here and show you guys a couple super simple quick recipes, and let's get started. So for the first recipe, I did cheat just a little bit, only because when I went to the grocery store, they already had these pre-made. So I thought, why do I need to waste my time making it when somebody already did it? So Cody doesn't know about this one, but I picked up a buffalo chicken dip. So I thought that would be good. I can just pop it in the oven and then you just heat it up and it's good to go. So super simple, easy, and you're done. The other one is a staple that I'm sure all of you have done before. It's using the Little Smokies with barbecue sauce. So I just grab a couple packs of those, some Sweet Baby Ray's, and then dump it all together in a crock pot. Stir it up, let it set for a couple hours on low just so they can absorb the flavor. That's something that's a go-to for me and pretty much anybody. It's just a super simple thing you can make. I made this on my Instagram the other day, but just in case you didn't see it, this is one of Cody's favorite party dips, and it's so easy. You just take Velveeta and a can of Rotel, and then I've been putting a pound of hamburger meat in ours just to give a little extra something. But so I cut this up into cubes, put it in the crock pot, let it melt, then I pour the whole can of this, juice and all. It looks kind of gross when you first pour it in there, like you have too much juice, but you don't. I promise it'll be fine. And then I took a pound of hamburger meat, drain that, and mix it all together, and then leave it on lower warm just so it stays good and warm and doesn't get the gross stuff on top. And I just stir it regularly. And then the last thing that I'm going to fix today, and I don't know if Cody knows exactly what's in the meatballs. He's in there, so but they taste really good. And I'll be honest, the first time that my mom showed me the recipe and I was thinking about what you put in there for the sauce, I thought that sounds disgusting and I'm not gonna like it, but it's really good. So I just grab a couple bags of these meatballs. I got mine at Food City, and then you leave them in the refrigerator or out to thaw so they're not frozen. And then on the stove in a pot, you just mix together 24 ounces of ketchup and 20 ounces of grape jelly. Now I know, I think it sounds weird and it sounds gross, but once you mix these two together, you whisk it all together, melt it on the stove, pour it into your crock pot, put your meatballs in there, mix them up really good, and let them set on low for a few hours. And that way they absorb all the flavor too. They're delicious. He likes them, but I really don't think he knows what is in them, so we'll keep that a secret. But yeah, so those are all the snacks I'm going to fix, so I'll bring you along and we'll get started. So one thing I love if you are going to be hosting, I don't own this, my dad had it, but it is a 3 crock pot, like they all attach together, and you can put all your stuff in there, and they each have their own temperature setting. So if you needed like something to be on low, something to be on high, and something to just be on warm, you can change that up for each individual one. So they're really handy, and I think they got them at Walmart. And then they have little lid holders, and they're just really convenient, so you should check it out. So one thing I did forget to say that's kind of important is make sure you drain the juice off of these, because they do come packaged in quite a bit of juice and you don't want that in there. So then I just squirt some barbecue sauce all around, and then I'll go back and stir them together, and then as it heats up, the barbecue sauce will spread, so you can always add more if you need it. And we'll stir that up, and so that will be our first crock pot, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so we will move on to this for the meatballs. Just get a pot, and we're going to dump the entire bottle into here. So it's a 24-ounce bottle. And I'll shake the rest of that down here in a minute and get it all in there. Okay. And then we will add this in. And like I said, we will whisk that all together and we'll heat it up until it's all melted and it all combines really well. Now you just have to take the lid off because this is hard to squeeze out. But so we'll come back in a minute and I'll show you guys kind of what it looks like once we get it all mixed together. Okay, so this is what it looks like once you get it a little bit more combined. And I just like to try to let all the little jelly pieces kind of get mixed up really good. And that way the flavor is delicious. Like I said, it's a really weird combination, but it tastes really good. So, and then while that's still heating up, I usually do 2 bags of the meatballs. So what I like to go ahead and do is just put 1 layer in the bottom of my crock pot. And then I'll pour about half of that over. Then I'll add my other bag of meatballs. And then I'll pour the rest of it over. Stir it all up. And then I turn this on low. Okay, I don't know why, but it cut me off. So anyways, I let it sit on low for a few hours. Just so the flavor gets in there really good. And I'll pour about half of it. Like I said, I try not to get the whole thing. And then I'll add my meatballs and then the rest of it. So this is what they look like once I get them all mixed up. Make sure they're coated really well. The sauce, like I said, once it gets warm, you'll have a little more sauce and I'll keep stirring them while they're heating up. But I just leave it on low for a few hours. The first game starts at 4 and it's about 2 o'clock right now. So I think that'll work out pretty well. And then in my other crock pot over here, like I said, I'm going to warm up the, we have the barbecue little smokies in here. Then I'll put the dip that I'm going to do in the oven, I'll transfer it to here so it will stay warm. And then my other Velveeta dip we will do in here in just a minute. Okay, so I've cubed up my cheese. I cooked my hamburger meat. You can also use sausage or spicy sausage, whatever you want. So I'm going to put the cheese in there on high on the crock pot just until it melts. Then I'll add the can of Rotel and then stir it all together and let it heat up really good. So we have everything mixed together now. It's cooking. It's looking good. We got these going. They look a lot better now. And then over here. And then getting ready to stick this in the oven. And then I'll transfer it to the other crock pot and that'll have us set. Alright guys, so that was all of the snacks for the party. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any party snack ideas that you really enjoy, then let me know down below. And as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on the notifications. And we'll see you guys next time.